A blind girl was sitting on a wheelchair. Suddenly, the spirit of a little girl appeared. She placed her hand on the blind girl's head. The blind girl started shaking. After a few moments, the spirit disappeared. The blind girl opened her eyes and saw that she could now see everything clearly. She was very happy. Just then, her maid came in with a glass of juice, looking nervous. The maid had written something on a plate and showed it to her madam. The message said, "Don't drink the juice." At that moment, the girl's husband called from behind. "What are you doing?" The maid quickly put glasses on the lady's face and said, "Madam, please trust me." The man came to the maid angrily and said, "Didn't you hear what I said?" The maid nervously replied, "Sir, I was just giving juice to madam." Then the girl said to her husband, "My love, is that you?" He replied, "Yes, darling, I'm here." The man snatched the glass from the maid and told his wife, "My life, I brought cold juice for you." As the girl was about to drink it, the maid quickly took the glass and said, "Sir, madam likes juice with ice. I forgot to add ice. Let me go and put some in it." The man said, "All right." He gave the glass back to the maid. He was about to give the juice to his wife and said, "My love, here is your juice." But his wife said, "My dear, the maid is right. I like juice with ice because it's very hot today and I need something cold." Her husband said, "All right, my love." He gave the glass back to the maid. The maid went to the kitchen. She threw the juice away, washed the glass properly, and poured fresh juice in it. As she was about to take ice from the fridge, the man came from behind and said, "Why didn't you add ice before?" The maid got scared. The man said, "You know what was in that juice, don't you?" The maid said, "I don't know what you are talking about." He shouted, "Don't lie." The maid replied in a scared voice, "Yes, I saw it, and what you're doing is wrong." Earlier, the maid had seen the man mixing poison in the juice. He was saying, "This is how I will get rid of my wife. Then I'll become the owner of her money in this house. She has lived enough. Now it's my turn." The man gave the juice to the maid and said, "Go and give it to her." While the man got busy on his phone, the maid wrote something on the plate again. Then she thought, "Why am I writing? Madam can't read." Suddenly, she heard the voice of the little girl saying, "Don't worry, I will tell my mom your message." The maid was about to give the juice when the man tied her to a chair. The poor maid cried and said, "Sir, please let me go. I promise I won't tell anyone." The man replied, "No, I need someone to blame for her death. When I kill my wife, people will think you did it." The maid cried and begged him, but he left her there and went to his wife's room. He climbed on her bed and started hitting something heavy on the blanket, saying, "I'm sorry, my love, but I had no choice." But when he lifted the blanket, he saw it was just a dummy, not his wife. At that moment, his wife came out from behind, recording everything on her phone. She said, "I can't believe you did this to me." The man said, "What? But, my love." She interrupted him and said angrily, "You won't escape this time. You will be punished for your actions." Just then, a policewoman came in and arrested the man. The girl thanked the maid and said, "If you and my daughter hadn't helped me, I would have died today." The maid said, "Daughter?" The girl smiled and said, "Yes, she was my little angel. She passed away years ago, but she still stays with me to protect me." The maid said, "So she was the one who spoke to me?" The girl replied, "Yes, she is an angel and always will be." If you liked our story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.